Olivia, what do I do? I'm at work and my head really hurts. I feel like I'm gonna be sick. This sucks. I'm thinking maybe I should go home early.
It's just a hangover, right? You brought this on yourself. I told you not to drink too much yesterday, remember? As far as I'm concerned, you made your bed. Now lie in it.
I know it's my own fault, but this really sucks. My head is killing me. I need to lie down. I feel like I'm going to be sick and I can't concentrate on work at all. I'll never be able to get anything done at this rate. I wonder if I should come home early.
This is all because you stayed up drinking all night, you know. You have to get a hold on this drinking habit, Mac. Think about James and I. To be fair, ever since our son was born, you go out drinking a little less often than before. But once you go out for a drink, you don't come home until morning. And don't you remember what happened yesterday? You fell asleep in the front garden. Mabel from next door had to come over and let you in. Talk about embarrassing.
Wait, what? She did? Are you serious? Sorry, I seriously don't remember that happening at all. I must have totally blacked out. I thought I came home by myself.
No, according to her, you actually called out to her yesterday. You asked her to unlock the door for you so you could get in, using the key under the flower pot.
Oh, jeez. Really? I can't believe I did that. I must have been really out of it. So shameful. I always tried to come across as a mature, capable guy in front of her. But I guess that's over now.
Mabel is still just a young woman. You don't need to go out of your way to impress her. And anyway, she knows you're a heavy drinker. You're terrible at hiding it, you know. She said she's seen you stagger into our apartment in the early hours of the morning over 10 times.
You're kidding, right? I had no idea. How did she even see that? I mean, who gets up that early anyway? After I go drinking, I usually don't come home until just before dawn.
I think she's working from home, and her job is in a different time zone, so her schedule is really bizarre. She works until morning and sleeps during the day, apparently.
Oh, is that right? I never knew. Wait, doesn't that mean she'll get woken up by James crying in the middle of the day?
I know, right? I thought so too. I asked her about it the other day, but she said she didn't mind. I guess she's just a deep sleeper. But I'm just glad she's not a noisy person. And she's incredibly kind as well. We're lucky to have her as a neighbor.
Yeah, you don't say. She even helped a drunk idiot like me get into his house in the middle of the night. She's a good person, for sure.
Exactly, so don't cause her any more trouble, okay? You can't be drinking like this anymore. Seriously. We have a 2-year-old son now. It's time for you to start acting like a responsible adult.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you really? Because personally, I think you keep repeating these actions over and over again because you don't understand. Or maybe you just don't care?
No, it's not like that. I know I'm the one at fault for drinking like this. I know I should get a hold of myself. But I just can't help it, you know? I get kind of carried away when I start drinking, and I don't know when to stop. It's like the first drink pours the second drink, and so on.
I know you like alcohol, but you can't hold your liquor at all. You need to have some self-awareness of how much you can take and drink within that range. If you don't learn your lesson, I'll have to forbid you from drinking alcohol completely.
Oh, come on. Anything but that. Drinking is my hobby. It's the way I release stress.
I understand that. I really do. But you can't be causing trouble for the people in the neighborhood. And when you're drunk, you even mess with James and wake him up in the middle of the night. God, even remembering it annoys me so much. You know how difficult it is to get him to go back to sleep after that? You know what? You're forbidden from drinking alcohol for the rest of the month.
What? Oh, you can't be serious. But there's still 20 days of the month left.
Exactly. There's only 20 days of the month left, so you'll be fine. If anything, it will be good for you. You can drink a little bit at home, but no more going out and getting wasted. No more coming home at dawn anymore.
Okay, fine, I get it.
Promise me, okay?
I promise.
If you break that promise, I'll forbid you from alcohol entirely.
Got it, fine. I don't like it, but what choice do I have? I'll give it my best shot.
Okay then, that's good enough for me. I'll cook you something nice for dinner. Try to hang in there for the next 4 hours of work, okay? Get a sports drink and replenish your electrolytes. Oh, and make sure you have lots of water.
Yeah, okay. Will do. I'm in such a terrible state they might send me home early at this rate, though. I'm done getting anything done today anyway.
Hey, Mac. Dad is in the hospital now. His condition seems to have stabilized.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's all right. At least for the time being, that is.
Do they know what happened to him?
Not yet. The doctors are still running tests, but they think maybe it's just exhaustion.
I can't believe your dad fainted at work. He's usually so tough and energetic. I just hope he's okay.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, it looks like he's in a stable condition for now.
That's a relief for the time being, right?
I guess so. But I'm going to stay at my parents' house for the night. Gotta check up on Mom and everything, you know? She's really stressed out about everything. I'm a little bit worried about her. Not to mention, I'm exhausted from being in and out of the hospital all day. I'll be home tomorrow morning. First thing.
Tomorrow morning. Okay. Fair enough.
How is James? Is he sleeping yet?
Yeah, finally. He was kicking up a fuss until 30 minutes ago, and then he finally tired himself out. I just checked on him 10 minutes ago, and he's fast asleep.
Right. Well, I guess since everything with Dad happened and I had to leave, it threw our schedule off a bit, huh?
Yeah, he got dinner late as well.
No wonder he's a bit out of sorts. Well, I'm glad he's sleeping now.
Sleeping like an angel. Don't worry about it.
Did you make sure to take him to the bathroom and change his diaper before putting him to bed?
Yeah, no problem. I got this. Oh, but there is one thing. He said he had a stomachache earlier. It doesn't seem like anything too serious, but I thought I'd keep an eye on it.
Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I think he's been constipated again lately.
Poor thing. And he's only 2 years old.
I'll have to give him some medicine when I get home tomorrow morning. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. It's James's birthday next week.
Yeah. Did you prepare anything for him yet?
Not yet. I was planning to get him something at the shopping center today, but with everything happening with Dad, I've just been so busy, you know?
That's not surprising. What should we do?
I know things are a bit chaotic at the moment, but I really want to do something for him regardless. Even if it's just a simple party with a small cake. And I was thinking we could invite some of the kids from daycare and their parents.
Sounds good. And we'll find some time to go birthday shopping this weekend. Don't worry. We have heaps of time. Just take care of yourself for now.
Yeah, I'll leave James in your hands till tomorrow morning, okay?
No problem. Leave it to me. I told you I got this. And next time I get a day off, I'll visit your dad in hospital and say hi.
That's great. Thanks, Mac. I'm counting on you. Hi, Olivia! Are you awake right now? It's an emergency. What's wrong, Mabel? It's the middle of the night. Are you okay? I mean, I'm okay, but your son is outside your house screaming and crying. I've taken him in for now and given him some hot milk to drink. What on earth is going on? Why is your son outside of the house in the middle of the night? What do you mean, outside the house? My husband should be at home taking care of him right now. Oh wait, what's going on? Are you sure he's home? I rang the doorbell at least 24 times and he never answered. I'm sorry, but I even entered the house with James just to be sure no one was home. There's no one there. Seriously. So James was at home all by himself? Sure looks like it. So I panicked, as you can imagine. I didn't know whether to call the police or what. This is unbelievable. I'm so sorry about all this. This has nothing to do with you. You shouldn't have to deal with it. I couldn't just leave James crying in your front garden. I just did what anyone would do. Thank you so much for taking care of him. I don't know how I can possibly make this up to you. How is my son doing now? Is he still crying? It looks like he tired himself out crying. He's fast asleep now. If anything, I should be apologizing for butting into the situation of my own accord. I mean, I had no idea whether he was actually left alone or not. Please don't worry about it. After all, it looks like somehow he really was left on his own. Where are you right now? As a matter of fact, my dad collapsed at work this afternoon and was rushed to work. So I had to go back to my hometown in a hurry. That's terrible! Is he all right? I think so. He seems to be all right for the time being. The doctors think it was just exhaustion, but I stayed overnight just in case, you know? I see. That's good to hear. So, you left James at home with your husband? Yeah, exactly. I messaged him a few hours ago and he said James was fast asleep. So I thought he must be at home with him. Are you sure he didn't just go out to the convenience store or something? I really doubt that. It's been almost an hour, and who knows how long James was crying for before I noticed. I thought you guys would be coming back any minute at first, so I waited in your front yard with James. But no one showed up, of course. I see. I wonder where Mac is then. I can't believe he'd just go out and leave our baby at home like that. This is just unbelievable. I don't know what I should say. I'm so sorry you had to deal with this in the middle of the night, too. I'll head home right now. Are you sure that's a good idea with your father in the hospital and everything? Don't worry, he's going to be fine. The doctors are taking care of him. And anyway, I want to be by my son's side. He's just had a scary experience. And I can't rely on my husband to go and take care of him. Have you managed to get in contact with him yet? Not yet. I was a fool for relying on him in the first place. I won't bother calling him to come back home.
Olivia! What am I going to do? It's James. I can't find him. I can't find him anywhere. I don't know what to do. Should I call the police? I was just sleeping, and when I woke up, he was gone.
Oh, you were sleeping, were you?
Yeah, I just fell asleep last night after messaging you. And then I woke up a few minutes ago.
Don't lie to me.
What? I'm not lying.
Yes, you are. You weren't home last night, were you? You went drinking again, didn't you? Didn't you?
Huh? Are you kidding me? I wouldn't do something irresponsible like that. I have a duty to care for James. Why are you accusing me like this? So uncalled for.
Don't you dare get mad at me over this. I'm the one who should be angry. James is with me at my parents' house. In the middle of the night, he was crying in the front yard all by himself. He was crying, saying he couldn't find Mommy or Daddy.
Oh.
I don't suppose you'd know anything about that?
About that.
Mabel took care of him for us. She came into the house to see if anyone was home, and she said she found the place empty. I rushed home as soon as I heard about the situation and took James back to my parents' house with me. So, where did you actually sleep last night? You went out drinking again, didn't you?
Yeah. You got me. A friend of mine invited me out last night, after James went to sleep. I wasn't going to go out at first, but the place they were drinking in was actually pretty close by. So I figured I'd go and just have one drink. I didn't think I would be out of the house for more than an hour. And anyway, James was fast asleep.
So you thought you could go out and leave him all by himself because he was asleep? Come on, Mac. You know you can't hold your liquor. You know you're not the kind of person who goes home after one drink. What on earth were you thinking? He's only 2 years old.
I swear I thought I'd be home in an hour. That was the only reason I agreed to go out with my friend. And I had no idea James was going to leave the house. Just thinking about what could have happened to him makes me sick.
Even if he stayed inside, it still wasn't okay for you to leave the baby all by himself. He could have heard himself running around the house in a panic. He's almost 3, so he can run around and climb on things. And he's big enough to reach the door handle to let himself in and out now. What if Mabel hadn't been home yesterday? What if some creep had taken him away instead of her?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll apologize to James and Mabel.
I knew you were irresponsible, but I never would have thought that you would go out drinking and leave our son at home by himself. Otherwise, I would never have left him with you.
I'm really sorry, Olivia. I should have known better. When I realized James wasn't at home, I seriously panicked. I realized what a stupid thing I'd done. I never want to go through that again. I never want to feel like that again. It was like a traumatic experience for me. I've really been thinking about reducing the amount I drink recently.
Reducing it? That's all? Normally in this situation, you'd say, I'm never drinking again, right? And by the way, the one who had a traumatic experience is James. You don't get to complain about what you went through last night.
Okay, I get it. I'll try to never drink again.
You'll try? What's with that? You'll just try? I can feel your reluctance from here, you know.
What's the problem? I've decided I'm not going to drink anymore, haven't I? Isn't that good enough for you? And anyway, I need time to solidify my resolve. Can you blame me?
Why are you lashing out at me? You don't understand the gravity of what you've done after all, do you? I'm thinking about divorcing you at this point.
Wait, what? Divorce? Over something like this? You can't be serious.
Of course! You left your 2-year-old son at home by himself and went out drinking. How can I raise a child with a man who would do something like that? I can't rely on you anymore, Mac.
Hold on a minute, babe. Don't be like this. Divorce? Why? I really love James with all my heart.
Even if you love him, it's clear that you're not fit to be a parent.
That's not true. I want to raise him properly. I do. That's why I'm working to support you and James.
A parent's job doesn't just stop at making money. You're all talk, Mac. You said you would cut back on drinking after we got married, but you were still drinking every day. Then you promised you would refrain from drinking after James was born. And sure, you drank a bit less, but you often don't come back until dawn. And you also promised you wouldn't drink for the rest of the month. Right.
I'm sorry. I was only planning to have 1 or 2 drinks. So
You just endangered our son's life. Oh, James is asleep, so it's okay for me to go drinking.
I'm really sorry. I'll never take my eyes off him again. I won't drink alcohol anymore. So please don't leave me, okay? I really, really regret what I did.
I don't want to get a divorce either. But I just can't forgive you for what happened last night.
I can't forgive myself either. But please reconsider divorcing me. I will never do anything to endanger James ever again.
If you'd just gone out to the nearest convenience store, I would have been mad at you. But I wouldn't have considered divorce. But this is a different story. While I was going through a tough time with my father being sick, you broke your promise to me and went out drinking, leaving James alone. For more than 7 hours!
I'm so sorry.
What could have happened if the neighbor didn't step in and he was by himself the whole time? What if there had been an accident? Or a robbery? Or a kidnapping? Were you ready to live with that for the rest of your life or not?
I really didn't think anything like that would happen. I thought it would be okay. Like I said, I only planned to go out for a little bit, and then I was going to come home.
That lack of awareness is the difference between you and I, Mac. That's why we have to get a divorce.
But I don't want to get a divorce. I don't want to be separated from you and James. I don't want to have to be on my own.
James didn't want to be left on his own either, you know. Imagine him waking up in the middle of the night with no one around. Think about how terrifying that must have been for him.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I made a bad call, all right? Please forgive me. Everyone makes mistakes, right?
If you really understood the gravity of your actions, if you really regretted what you did, then you wouldn't have lied to me. You knew I'd be furious, but you went out drinking with your friends anyway. I told you to take care of James, but you left him to fend for himself, so you could indulge your selfish desires.
I'll never let something like this happen again. I swear.
You won't get the chance. After that, Mac rushed to my parents' house where I was staying to apologize to me. But no matter what, I could not forgive him. My in-laws tried to convince me that it was just one little mistake and that Mac still loved me and James. But I wasn't having any of it. That last incident could have cost my son his life, and I couldn't trust Mac anymore. Maybe if Mac had had any other circumstances regarding the reason he left that night, I would not have considered a divorce. But at the end of the day, it was just his selfish desire to drink alcohol, which he had promised me he wouldn't do for the rest of the month. I simply cannot live with a person who has broken his promises this many times. Mac's credibility had gone out the window. I hired a lawyer, and after many discussions, we were able to get a divorce a few months later. A few days after the divorce, Mabel from next door told me that my husband came home drunk in the middle of the night yet again. That's when I knew I made the right decision by divorcing him. He calls me every day to say he misses me, and he is going to live only to support our son James from now on. As for me, I have returned home to raise my son with my mother and father, who was released from hospital and made a full recovery. I will stay by his side and watch him grow and learn. Since the incident where my husband left him, James has developed a habit of repeatedly checking in the middle of the night to see if I'm home. I want to reassure James by letting him know that I am here for him. I want to stay by his side and support him so that the trauma he endured will be gone by the time he grows up. I plan to protect and nurture him with all I have, and I can't wait to see him grow up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. See you next time.
Kyle, where are you? I've been trying to get hold of you all night.
Hey, I'm really sorry, but there's been a problem at the job site that I'm visiting, and I don't think I'm going to be able to come home tonight. I'm going to need to stay here one more night to take care of this. It is a serious emergency situation.
You mean work stuff?
Of course, what else would I be talking about when I say the words job site?
But I mean, is it really work? Please just tell me the truth.
Oh, come on now, Kat. You're just being unreasonable now. Why are you giving me the third degree all of a sudden? Look, I have to take care of this issue here now, so I have to go, okay? I'll let you know when I know my schedule for coming home.
You know, I ran into a colleague of yours today when I was out running errands. It was such a coincidence.
No, really? Oh, which one? Which colleague?
He came to our wedding and you've brought him home for dinner a couple of times too? Ricky is his name. If I remember correctly, you and he started at your company at the same time. He's a pretty nice guy. Anyway, I ran into him today and I had an interesting conversation with him.
Okay, and what did he have to say? I'm all ears.
He told me that you're taking a week off work, and he asked me if you're taking a trip somewhere or something like that. He seemed surprised that I'm not with you wherever you are.
Oh, yeah, well, he doesn't know anything about this business trip that I'm on because it's top secret.
Well, he does now. I told him that you're on a business trip to Sacramento. Again, he seemed surprised.
What? Why would you say that to him?
I said it because he asked, and it was kind of weird, you know? Because when I told him that, he said that your group definitely never takes business trips, and also that you guys don't have a Sacramento office or any business in Sacramento that he's aware of. Weird, huh? So tell me, what's going on? What are you actually doing, and where are you?
Hey, there's a bunch of stuff going on here in Sacramento. Didn't I just tell you that there's an emergency here that I need to handle? And as far as my work is concerned, you work at home, so you have no idea about how people like me do our jobs every day. It is just a totally foreign concept to you. I mean, does a librarian know how a construction worker works, or vice versa? I don't think so.
Fine. I can't really argue with that. So where are you right now?
I told you already. I'm in Sacramento taking care of emergency business at a customer's job site.
Please don't lie to me, okay? Just tell me the truth for once. I don't want to find out the truth later from some random person, okay?
I'm not lying. This is the truth. You know, that Rick guy isn't doing great at work lately, and they've been giving him easy stuff to do to keep him from screwing anything up. Unlike him, I'm up for promotion, and they tell me a lot of secret stuff about what's going on in the company. There is a lot that Ricky doesn't know, and this business trip of mine is in that category. So you shouldn't be taking anything he says over what I tell you.
How could he not know about your work if you guys are in the exact same group? I mean, you do the exact same job, don't you? Not to mention the fact that you're on a business trip. Why wouldn't a member of the same group know what other members are doing? And what's the deal with him saying that you've gone for a whole week? That's not what you told me about this trip.
Oh, that's just his own misunderstanding. Like I told you, he doesn't know what's going on. He hasn't seen me in about a week, so he just jumped to that conclusion, that's all. That is why I'm up for a promotion, and he's sitting in the office doing busy work all day, every day. You're really overthinking this whole thing, Kat. Try to let it go because it's all in your head. And if you run into him again, don't say anything else to Ricky about me being on a business trip, okay? It's just better that way. He's kind of the jealous type, and if he finds out that I'm getting promoted and they're giving me more responsibilities, it'll drive him nuts.
He's the jealous type. Really? I really didn't get that feel from him at all, I have to say. He seems really level-headed and nice, to be honest.
Anyway, everything is fine, so stop overthinking and just trust me a little. I'll be home soon and we can go out for pizza and beers and everything will be fine. I have to get back to work now, so I'm gonna hang up, okay?
Okay, but there's just one more thing. Hey, Kat, how are you? A long time no talk. Is your hubby back from his business trip yet? No, he's not back yet. I don't know what's going on. He was saying that there's some issue with the job site that needs troubleshooting, but I'm not so sure about that. I heard some conflicting information from another source, so... I see! Did you contact his company and ask about it? I did, and they told me that they have a resignation letter from him with yesterday's date on it. I think something weird is going on. They told me that he took all his PTO and that he'll officially leave the company at the end of the month. And they also told me that there actually was no business trip that he was on too. So yeah, there's definitely something weird going on. Oh, wow! Really? I see. Well, I guess that makes sense actually, given the circumstances. What do you mean it makes sense? What circumstances are you talking about? Do you know something that I don't know, Des? If you do, please tell me what's going on. Well, I really shouldn't be saying anything about this to you for at least another 2 weeks, but it seems like the cat is out of the bag, so to speak. I mean, I consider you a dear friend, Kat, and I can't stand to see a friend in pain, so I better let you know what I know. So you do know something. Out with it then, please. If you know anything, please tell me whatever it is. Okay. Kyle has relocated from what I hear. Relocated? What do you mean? He moved. He moved to where? Apparently, he told you that he was on a business trip and he told his company that he was on vacation, but that was just what he told you. What he really was doing was moving to a new place and starting to look for a new job. What? What in the world is going on? This is all totally news to me. And why would you know all these details about him moving and looking for work when I know absolutely nothing about it? How does that even happen? That is a very good question, Kat, and I'm glad that you asked it. The answer is that I know all of this because I am going to be Kyle's new wife.
Huh? His new wife? You. As in you are going to marry my husband.
I know. You're shocked, right? I totally understand. If I were you, I would be too. So, the truth is that Kyle and I have been seeing each other in secret for 3 years now. And by in secret, I mean in secret from you, of course. That's just the way that it had to be. You understand, I'm sure.
How could you?
So, Kyle quitting his job and moving and everything was all in order to start a new life together. It was part of the preparations for that, you know? In a nutshell, you've been dumped by him, and I'm the new love of his life. It happens like this sometimes, Kat.
So you're telling me that you two were getting together behind my back for 3 whole years? 3 years!
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. What can I say? The heart just wants what it wants, you know? Anyway, you were already feeling suspicious about him cheating on you since sometime last year, weren't you? I think you and I even talked about that a couple times. So, I'm his lady now, and we're going to be moving in together in a new place soon enough. Plus, his job hunting has been going well, too, so I decided that I might as well just tell you everything now and get it out in the open. But the truth is that I was going to wait until everything settled down a bit more before talking to you about all this.
And you were planning to just keep quiet about it until then? I mean, you must have known how upset I've been about all this. And you were just going to let me keep thinking he was on a business trip?
I don't know. I just know that you're always so busy, and it just never seemed like the right time. And I really didn't think that you would try to delve into the whole thing this much either. I mean, you've really been checking into everything really thoroughly. So I just decided to let you know what's been going on. But the good news is that now we can get into the main topic at hand. Which is that, since Kyle and I are moving into our new place, we've decided that we'll let you keep that house. You can stay there, and Kyle won't charge you rent or anything.
Huh? You mean the house that Kyle and I have been living in? This house that I'm sitting in right now? The house that we're raising 2 children in?
Since we're letting you have that house, you don't need to try to get a big divorce settlement or anything like that from us, right? Kyle wants a new start in life, you know, so we want to avoid any ugly legal battles, you know? This is a very important time in his life, and an important one for us as a couple, too.
Wait a minute. You're thinking that you can text me and we can get all of this settled, just like that. It doesn't work that way, Des. There are a lot of details that will need to be worked out, and that's not going to happen by text or even by phone. We need to meet in person.
Look, we're super busy right now with the move and with Kyle's new job and everything. Plus, he's blocking you from sending him any texts or calls or anything like that, too. So you aren't able to text him or call him about any of this? And I'm positive that he doesn't want to see you in person, Kat. Sorry, but that's just the way it is.
Oh, so that's why I can't get through to him at all. I've been calling and texting him nonstop for days now.
Yes, that's why. And it's also why I've offered to step in and mediate between the two of you. I figure that it's the least I can do as your friend. So that's the deal. We'll give you that house in exchange for you not demanding any large divorce settlement from Kyle. And you leave us alone and don't bother us anymore about money or anything else. That's our offer, and those are our conditions. We hope that you will accept them and not put up a fuss about any of this.
Wow. You don't know what you're even talking about, Des. What planet are you on anyway? You do know that we have 2 children who need and deserve their father's support, right? This is a one-way conversation that isn't going to settle anything. This is not the end of the story, it's just the beginning.
If you're gonna make a big stink about this, then we can just take the house, I guess. That's an option. Although it's certainly not the best one. I mean, you do want to keep that house for the kids, right? It's only been about 3 years since the place was built, right? It's practically brand new, and you wouldn't want to lose it, would you? We think that it's in your and the kids' best interest to just accept our offer and stand down.
Stand down. You've got a lot of nerve using those words with me. Are you thinking that I'm just going to take whatever you 2 decide to give me without a fight? And without even taking the kids' welfare into account? They are the most important thing in my life, and they should mean just as much to Kyle.
Look, Kyle and I are going to be married whether you like it or not. It's practically a done deal at this point. And what that means is that he's leaving his old family behind.
His old family? Is that what you're both calling us already? Again, you've got some nerve.
He and I will be building a new family together, and that's just the way it's going to be. He decided on this path a long time ago, and now it's time to take the necessary steps. He has told me that he doesn't care about his parental rights or getting custody of your children at all. As for myself, I obviously have no connection to your kids, blood or otherwise, and I have no intention of raising them. I mean, the youngest one is 8 years old, right? I don't want to inherit any kids who are that old anyway. I want my own children. I want to have babies.
Hang on a minute. These children are Kyle's, and he is their biological father. He needs to take responsibility for them, and I intend to make sure that he does just that.
But I just told you we're giving you the house, and we're doing that so that the kids can grow up there. Isn't that so generous of us?
And I just told you that's not going to be sufficient. Not even close.
Look, nothing you do or say is going to change the fact that Kyle isn't going back there to you and the kids. He's going to sign the divorce papers and send them to you by mail sometime this coming week, so keep an eye out for them. All you need to do is sign them and put them back in the mail, then we're done. Please don't delay, okay? That'll only cause more problems, and none of us wants that.
Oh, come on. At least let me talk with Kyle face to face about all this. This isn't going to get resolved by me texting with you.
No, there's no point to that, and it's not necessary. Kyle wouldn't agree to it anyway, I'm sure.
Look, if we don't talk about the details and reach a satisfactory agreement about these things, it's going to cause a lot of problems later. Des, are you still there? Hello?
Hey, why are you getting a lawyer involved in all of this? That is pretty underhanded of you.
Oh, you unblocked me right after I hired a lawyer. What a coincidence.
I thought you and I were through. That's what was supposed to be happening anyway. Why are you making this into a big drama now?
Oh, you thought you could just lie to me, cheat on me with my friend, secretly move away and start a new job, and there wouldn't be any blowback from your wife?
Des told you that we would give you the house, free and clear, so don't be so ungrateful.
Both the deed to the house and the mortgage are in your name. You know that, right? You say you're going to give me the house, but what does that even mean when none of it is in my name and there are mortgage payments to make for years to come? There's a lot of paperwork involved in doing all that, and I don't even know if it can be done with a mortgage that isn't paid off.
Why don't you just be grateful that I'm letting you and the kids stay there for free? I told you that it's all yours, but you're still trying to get child support from me and a settlement money to boot. I mean, just how much is enough? Plus, you tracked us down and found out the address of our new place. What are you trying to do? I have to admit, I never thought that you were such a predatory creature. I mean, I knew that you were greedy, but this is just...
I have every legal right to seek a settlement from you based on the things that you've done to me and the kids. And the children have every legal right to expect financial support from you as their biological father. Did you seriously think that you would get out of this without any of this happening?
This is all just because you're a vindictive, unhappy woman. You've always been like this, and that's why I dumped you. If only you could be more like my Des. She's so sweet and attentive, and she listens to me. She's the kind of woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with. You have none of those qualities, none. Yeah, I made the right choice. There's no question about that.
Whatever. The point is that when you get divorced, certain things need to be addressed and taken care of.
I've compromised with you, haven't I? I won't compromise any more than what I've already done. So just back off now, take that house, and say thank you like I told you. Because I won't be giving you another cent, not one. Do you hear me?
Hold your horses, Kyle. You need to at least talk to my lawyer. Kyle? I'm telling you, if we don't get things sorted out now, it's gonna be you who's in trouble, not me.
Hey, long time no talk. I have great news to share. I've changed jobs and I'll be in your neck of the woods soon.
And why on earth are you telling me about this now? Why are you contacting me at all?
It's because both Des and I will be there, the both of us. And we're thinking that it's about the right time to get that house back from you.
Excuse me? You want the house back? Is that what you said?
Yeah, don't play dumb. You know as well as I do that I lent that house to you 8 years ago. It's my house, though. I let you live in it for free for 8 years, and the least you can do is say thank you to me.
So, you're suddenly appearing after 8 years and telling me to give it back to you. Really?
Yeah, well, I gave it to you just like I promised I would, but you still hired a lawyer to squeeze me for child support and alimony payments, so I still haven't forgotten about all of that. No, sir. And I fully intend to be compensated for what you put me through.
No, that's not how all this works, Kyle. Alimony and child support are both things that the kids and I were legally entitled to. Ask your lawyer if you still need confirmation of this basic fact.
It is completely indecent that you still squeezed me for all that money, even after I gave you a house to live in. But it did show me that I made the right choice when I dumped you and decided to marry Desiree, that is for sure. She's definitely not a money grubber like you are.
Anyway, back to the matter of the house. You're barking up the wrong tree here, you know.
I don't think so. After all, you're the one who had the locks changed.
What are you even talking about?
I mean that I couldn't get in when I tried my key just now. I mean, it is my house, but you changed the key. Once again, you're the one making this into a difficult situation. You're forgetting that I lent this place to you out of the goodness of my heart, and you have no legal right to be living here. So, it's time for all of you to be moving on now.
Yeah, so? Neither I nor the kids are living there anymore, Kyle.
What? What are you trying to tell me? What kind of game are you playing? I know you're still living here because I even see laundry hanging in the yard. What a transparent lie that is. You have to know that lying to me isn't going to change the fact that you all need to get out of this house ASAP.
Actually, you're the one who doesn't know what he's talking about. I took the kids and moved out of that house right after you and I got divorced.
Huh? You moved out? Then why is there laundry out in the yard?
I have no idea. I moved to Mexico a long time ago, and that's where I am now. The kids are living elsewhere now, too.
What, Mexico?
That's right. These days, if you have an internet connection and a computer, you can work from anywhere, you know. I got remarried after you and I got divorced, and my current husband has business interests and connections down here.
You remarried?
Yeah, just like you did. Well, not exactly like you did, of course. I didn't cheat on anyone and then sneak away. Anyway, I don't know why you're surprised about it.
And you're still married to that guy now?
Yup, we're living together here in Mexico City. It's really different down here, and every day is an adventure. We have a lot of fun together. I'm sure you can relate, right? I mean, you ditched me and the kids and chose freedom for yourself, so you must have been having a lot of fun for the last 8 years too, right?
Well,
Derek is married now, and his wife is pregnant with their first child. Isn't that great? And Heather is in college now and studying economics. She says that she really enjoys it. So both of them are doing really well, and I'm so thankful for that. Anyway, that's all I have to report as far as the current state of our family, so you'll have to excuse me now because I have things to do.
hang on a second, Cat. I still need to know who's living in this house right now. Cat? Kat, you have to help me out here. I need to talk to you about this house. We've got a serious situation here.
Why are you suddenly frantically calling me about the house 8 years after you ran out on me and the kids? The house is in your name, and as your ex-wife, it has absolutely nothing to do with me.
But you don't understand. I called the police to see what they know about the situation at the house, and they told me that it's been illegally occupied for quite a while. Some random guy was living there and they arrested him for me, but the house is a disaster. It's trashed. The walls are covered with dirt and graffiti, and the hardwood floors are just completely ruined. All of it will have to be replaced. It is a total loss. And Des is furious with me too. There's no way that we can live here in the state that it is in now.
Oh, how sad. I'm very sorry to hear it.
But this is the only place we have to live now. We can't move back into our old place, and my family all want nothing to do with me ever since you and I got divorced.
Yes, I remember how mad your parents were about you dumping me and their grandchildren.
Kat, you have to help us out. Please help us figure out this whole situation with the house. I mean, you don't bear me any ill will anymore, right? You're remarried and living a happy life now and everything.
What do you mean? I'm in Mexico now, so I don't know what you think I can do for you on this.
Well, you could lend me the money for repairing the house. I mean, I gave it to you and let you live there for free for all those years.
No, you didn't. And that's because I moved out of there right after you ran out on us, like I told you. Transferring the deed over to me and all that other legal stuff was much too much trouble. So I decided that moving out was the best solution, and that's what we did. You were notified of all that by both my lawyer and by your own parents. I remember. And that's also why I decided to demand the alimony and child support from you. This was all clearly stated and communicated to you a long time ago. And it's all documented in a matter of record, too.
Wait, really?
And by the way, what are you doing about the mortgage on that place? And how about the property taxes? And the electricity and water bills? If you'd been keeping proper track of all those, you would have known that we moved out. And you certainly would have known that some random person had moved in.
Mortgage, taxes, and bills? What have I been doing about all of that anyway?
You know, when we were still married and we were all living there together, we had it set up so that all that stuff would be paid automatically from the bank account that your salary was deposited into. It's not still set up that way, is it?
No, that can't be.
What? Are you serious? It's still set up that way?
Wait, you're telling me that all this time that stuff has been coming out of my bank account without me knowing? The mortgage, the taxes, the utilities, everything?
You really left things in a halfway done state, Kyle. This is what happens when you just take off and don't take responsibility for things. If you had taken the time then to talk with me about what to do with the house and all that other stuff and made some decisions and preparations, things probably wouldn't be this messy now.
What? This is why this is happening now?
What do you mean?
I mean, I did kind of notice that my salary is less than I thought it should be. The amount that's supposed to be coming in every month and the amount in my statements doesn't match. I even had an argument with the Human Resources Department at work about it. And that's actually the reason why I quit that job. But now you're telling me that the problem wasn't with my salary, it was with the automatic payments that were coming out of it?
Didn't you look at the details of your paychecks and your bank statements?
I don't have time to be checking every little statement for stuff like that.
Well, if you took the time to do even a little of that, you probably wouldn't be dealing with these problems now.
But hang on a minute. For the past 2 months, since I quit that job and decided to move here, I haven't had any salary coming in. I also don't have any savings. And Des is a housewife, so she's not bringing in any money. In other words, that account is supposed to be totally empty at the moment.
Well, I do know that if an account has insufficient funds and payments can't be made, you'll be put on a blacklist. But before they do that, they usually will call you and see if they can work out with you how to get it straightened out.
I changed my phone number a while ago.
Well, you may very well be blacklisted then.
Well, what am I supposed to do now? We're not gonna have a place to live. I mean, the house is a disaster and has to be repaired, and I have no money to even do that. Hey, what about insurance? How can I use that for all this stuff?
I don't know, but I think that your homeowner's insurance might be expired by now. You need to check. If you haven't been renewing it, you won't be covered, and there's probably nothing you can do.
Then who's gonna pay for all of these repairs? Those people who were living here were basically just homeless squatters, and the police told me that I probably can't expect any kind of compensation from them. Hey, why don't you give me the kids' phone numbers? Maybe they can help.
Seriously? Suddenly you want to get in touch with the kids? Now, after all these years?
Hey, I paid child support for them. I have some right to be in touch with them, don't I?
Listen, if you intend to get in touch with them,
What? Tell me.
whether or not you meet up with them is up to them. But why do you want to anyway?
I just want to talk to them directly, that's all. Their grandparents want to see them. That's a good enough reason to move them to see me too, isn't it? That should bring us together. At any rate, I need money and fast.
I give up. I can't even. Look, if they say that they want to meet you, I'll give you their numbers. But if they're not interested, that's the end of the story and you need to leave them alone. Understand? And I have to ask, but do you really want to get them together with your parents?
What do you mean?
I mean that when we divorced, your parents were paying the child support and alimony to me, and I heard that that went on for about 4 years altogether.
Yeah, well, about that.
You know, for someone who won't even take responsibility for their own actions, it's really asking a lot to just show up and expect anyone to help you. It's asking far too much, as a matter of fact. So I'm sorry to say that I won't be involving myself with you or Des or that situation at all, ever. So I have to say goodbye now.
Wait, Kat, hang on a minute. If you don't help us out, we're gonna start our 50s flat broke. Kat!
Hey, if you're in your 50s, you should know how to take care of things and you can figure all this out on your own. So for the last time, goodbye and good luck. As expected, my children had no interest in meeting their father, and they both politely refused the invitation. I'm told that Kyle eventually went to his parents on his hands and knees to ask for their help, but they also turned him away. Desiree got the same reception from her own family, apparently, so the only option that the two of them were left with was selling the damaged house for whatever price they could get for it. However, there was still a considerable balance left on their loan, and they were still left with a large debt even after the sale. Currently, they're both working whatever jobs they can find, and their coworkers are mostly high school and college students, but they're somehow getting by. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. If you didn't, feel free to give us your opinion in the comments section below. Also, please follow our channel. Your opinions and comments keep us going. We have many more videos that we're sure you'll enjoy, so please check them all out. See you in the next video. This is Maggie's Book of Bizarre Stories.
You really are useless at everything, aren't you, Sarah? Your grubby little fingerprints are all over this plate I pulled out of the cupboard. You can't use pregnancy as an excuse for everything, you know. Stop sleeping all the time and get to work for once. Look, I'm really sorry, Pam. I'm due any day now, and it's really taking its toll on me. I can't even get up. My hips are hurting so bad. Just more excuses. Heavens, I hate having to deal with you. Back in my day, we were up and cleaning until the very last minute. As it should be. I was doing the dishes hours before Will was born, you know. This new generation is absolutely spoiled. I'm really sorry. Whatever. If you're due soon, then at least you can stop using it as an excuse sometime. Why can't you just get it over with? Can't the doctors do something to make it happen sooner? I don't think that's a good idea. I was told they're a little smaller than average, so they should be given extra time. It's dangerous to have a baby early, Pam.
What? Are you serious?
Is something wrong?
We don't need any more weaklings like you in this family. You seriously can't even give birth to a healthy child for us. It's your fault. I just know it. You yourself are small and frail, and now you're passing on these terrible traits to my new grandson. Just awful.
Sorry. But anyway, I'm going to wait a bit longer and see if it happens naturally. I'm not going to go into induced labor or anything, just for the safety of my child. Also, it's not a grandson. It's going to be a girl.
Ew, a girl? I don't need that. It'll probably look like you. You're probably just trying to rile me up, right? I won't believe it until it's born. Then I can see for myself.
Will is really happy about it, actually. He said he didn't mind the gender.
If you were cute, I could excuse it, because I could at least have a decent-looking granddaughter. But looking at you and your family, I doubt that'll be the case.
Pam? Was that really necessary?
Ugh, why did William marry you in the first place? I don't know what was going through his mind. My retirement has turned into a living hell being around you all the time.
I'm trying my best, you know. I know you want me to clean, but please just let me rest for a bit longer. I did some deep cleaning yesterday afternoon, and that's what hurt my hips in the first place. I think I pulled something, so I need to rest it before it gets any worse.
I don't care if you cleaned yesterday. There's still plenty to do. What about the yard? The grass is too long out there, and there's weeds popping up in the flower bed. Are you gonna fix that?
You want me to go outside in this heat and pull weeds while I'm struggling like this? Why are you being so mean? I said I could get it done later.
I'm not being mean. You're just being lazy. Anyone can do it. If you would just take care of it, I wouldn't have to bug you. When I moved in with you two, I hoped I'd finally have a lovely daughter-in-law I could spend my days with. Someone willing to help me out at my old age. But instead, I got you. As soon as I came in, you got pregnant, and ever since, it's been nothing but complaining. Morning sickness, back pain, hip pain. You never do anything but moan. How am I supposed to get along with someone like this?
I'm not sure what you want me to do. I can't change the past. I'm sorry, that's all I can really say.
Apologizing isn't going to make the work go away. The grass is still growing out there, so get on with it. Get out of your bedroom and work, for God's sake.
Okay, I'll be out in a minute.
Oh, and I'm having some friends over sometime soon. Get some snacks and tea ready for us. I think we're out of tea bags, so you'll have to run and grab some. Be quick about it. They should be here soon.
What?
Stop questioning me! Just do as you're told already. Stop with the complaining, the back-talking, the questions. Just do your job and be quiet about it.
Oh, okay. I'll get on with it, I guess.
Good. Then hurry up. If you were my daughter, I would have raised you right. You'd be waking up at 5 every morning. All of this nonsense would have been done by now.
I'm doing the best I can, I swear.
What did I say about complaining? I don't care if it's the best you can do. It's not enough. Do more and hurry up.
My name is Sarah. I'm a 32-year-old housewife and soon-to-be mother. I didn't always live with my bossy mother-in-law. It was more of a recent change. Unfortunately, my husband Will's father passed away recently. It was poor timing, but at the same time, Will's younger brother Eric and his wife moved overseas because of work. Pam was in tears. She came to us saying she was terrified of being alone. We couldn't just leave her after everything that happened, so we agreed to let her stay with us for a while. At least until Eric got back from his business trip. But as you can see, It wasn't exactly what I had expected. She's horrible. Around the same time she moved in, I found out I was pregnant. I didn't expect her to spoil me and do everything because of this, of course. But I would love at least a little sympathy, especially from someone who's had kids before. She treats me like an enemy, or like a maid. The only time she talks to me is to demand I clean something, prepare her meals, or go shopping for her. I have tried talking to Will about this before, and he listened every time. But all that came out of it was a warning. He would tell Pam off, but it didn't really do anything to change her behavior. If anything, it did nothing but upset her more. Every time we spoke, I felt her nastiness just got worse and worse. She started ordering me around more often, making me do everything for her.
Are you still sleeping at this hour? I want you to start exercising more. Start going for a run at least 4 times a week, around the entire block.
Huh?
I talked with your neighbor, Ella. Apparently, with new medical advancements, even if they're born tiny, they can grow up big. As long as you take care of them.
Yeah, that's true. Right now, she's estimated to be about 5 pounds at birth, at most.
That's fine. Just make sure she survives. I'm tired of waiting. Just bring her here already.
Bring her? I can't just give birth on command, Pam.
Yes, I know that, you idiot. That's why I said you need to go running. There's a church at the end of town with a long flight of stairs. You can go up and down those 100 times too. If you keep that up, eventually it should work.
I can't do that. If I tried running right now, I'd blow my back out. I can barely walk right now without it hurting.
You're just being a baby. When I had Will, I was perfectly fine. You're just imagining the pain to excuse your lazy behavior. Stop pitying yourself and get up. You'll feel better if you move around more.
I can't go running right now. I'm sorry. Actually, I have an appointment for a massage in 30 minutes. It's a special they offered for pregnant women.
What? I've never heard of that. What's that?
It's just meant to relieve some of the pain caused by carrying the baby.
How much did you spend on that garbage?
Well,
just answer me.
It was about $100.
You're kidding me.
Will gave me the money this morning and said I should go so I can feel better.
Give it to me.
You want me to give the money to you?
Yes, of course I'm talking about the money, you stupid woman. $100 for a massage. That's absolutely ridiculous. Your family would be disappointed in how weak you are.
But he's been saving this money for me for a bit, he said.
Just tell him you went and hand over the money. That will make things easier.
I'm not going to lie to him.
Are you back-talking me again? Just hand over the money. Everyone will be happy. If you just do what I ask, you'll feel better than if you went to this stupid thing anyway.
Okay, fine. I can't argue with you anymore. I'm exhausted.
Good. Finally, you listen. Oh, by the way, there's a party going on at church today. I'm going to be there all day, so don't expect to see me around.
Oh, okay. Have a good time.
And after I get back, I want all of my church clothes cleaned and dried properly before tomorrow morning. And that's an order.
But tomorrow is Monday. You won't need your church clothes again for another week. Can't it just wait until the next regular load of laundry?
No, it can't wait. I told the pastor you would wash all of the tablecloths and whatnot as well. They need them back by tomorrow.
How many?
I don't know. 30.
30? There's no way I can do all that by tomorrow morning.
Oh my God! Are you seriously back-talking me again?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm just asking for you to understand that I physically can't get that done, especially in the condition I'm in right now.
If you get up and moving, you'll probably induce labor anyway. So it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
If you get on with it, you'll have plenty of time. Why are you being so mean to me? If your water breaks while you're doing it, I expect you to clean it up before you leave. Mop up your mess and then get to the hospital yourself. Can you please just stop? I can get a little bit done later. Just let me rest for a bit and I'll see what I can do. Shut up! Just do as I ask and stop giving me attitude! Will told me you're finally having contractions. Yes, I'm at the hospital right now. There's a lot of time between them, so the doctor said there's still a bit of time before the actual labor. What? You got a few hours before you're giving birth or something. In that case, get out of there! Come home and get some work done before it's time. There's still laundry that needs folding. And it wouldn't kill you to clean the bathroom properly for once. I'm not leaving the hospital, Pam. God's sake. You really are useless. At least hurry up and get this over with quickly. I can't really decide that. I'm doing my best, so please just be patient. What am I supposed to do while you're gone, then? Do you expect me to do this cleaning? Wait, am I expected to cook my own meals, too? I'm not doing that. Sorry, there's nothing I can really do about that while I'm here. You'll have to figure something out on your own, I'm afraid. In this country, you're allowed to leave as soon as you've given birth if you want to. I want you to get out of there the minute they let you. Actually, I'm planning on staying here for about a week to recover. It's my first birth, so the doctors recommended it. You can't stay an entire week. That's ridiculous. I need you home by tonight. You've got responsibilities at home. You need to keep this place clean for me and your husband. There's no time for a stupid vacation, so you better be here before it gets dark. But you're the only one at home right now. The only cleaning up you'll have to do is after yourself. Can you not just clean a couple dishes and hold out for a bit? What? Me? Washing dishes? That kind of work is for people like you. You won't clean even just a single cup? Of course not. If there's no clean cups, then I just won't drink. Better yet, I'll just have you bring me some drinks from the store. You really have an easy life, huh? Having someone take care of you no matter what. Must be fine. It is definitely nice. And I deserve it. You're the best little maid I could have asked for. When you actually listen, at least. You should be proud. You're acting even worse than usual. Are you a bit overexcited because you get to meet your granddaughter soon or something? What? Of course not. To be honest, I feel like I am. Maybe it's from the fear or excitement, but I feel like I finally have the courage to stop listening to you. Courage? Nothing about having a baby requires courage. Don't exaggerate. What are you even talking about? Are you going through a rebellious phase? I guess you can call it that. Don't be ridiculous. Just hurry up and drop this attitude. I don't want to be sitting here waiting 100 years for you to get this done. You won't be able to wait 100 years, Pam. By that time, you'd already be in hell. And unfortunately, I won't be there to get you out anymore. With how you act, I wouldn't be surprised if you became the new ruler of the underworld. Oh, be quiet. I'm being serious. I hope you go down there soon. To think you got to this age without doing anything useful. You have no right to speak to me like this. I don't feel like being nice to you anymore. I'll talk however I like. Shut up! Apologize right now! You do not get to speak to me like this! Don't I? It's how you've been speaking to me since we met, isn't it? It's only fair I get to do the same. Your parents did a terrible job raising you. You're a useless woman. A failure as both a wife and as a daughter-in-law. And I'm sure you'll be a failure of a mother as well. I bet you were awful in your younger days, weren't you? Have you even passed high school? Or were you a stupid dropout? Actually, I was a bit of a wild child. Great guess. What's the matter? You seem upset. Am I bothering you, Pam?
Of course you were a bad kid. Oh, I can't believe this. If I knew you were such a terrible person, I would have never let Will marry you. You need to learn how to respect your elders. Take back what you've said at once and apologize.
I'm not going to be nice to you just because you're older than me. Sorry, but I only give respect to people who deserve it. Why should I be nice to someone who's done nothing but boss me around and insult me?
I'm not bossing you around. I'm just trying to teach you how to respect your elders and how to be a good wife.
Teach me? That's a terrible excuse. You didn't want to help me do anything. You just want someone to yell at.
Ugh, you're the worst.
Just shut up. I'm tired of this.
Don't tell me to shut up. You need to shut up.
Okay.
I'm never forgiving you.
Okay.
I want you to leave, Will. You two are getting a divorce.
Okay. Anything else?
I want you out of the house immediately.
Are we done yet? Or are you still going to lecture me? I'm so bored of this, I started biting my nails and picking my nose just to get some entertainment.
I got too mad. My blood pressure went up like crazy. I feel like all this anger is going to make me pass out.
Oh, really? Finally, some good news.
Unbelievable. I don't want to see your face here ever again.
Interesting.
I'm going to change the lock so you can't come inside. And I'm throwing away everything you own. No, everything you've touched. I don't want any evidence of you being here. From now on, this is no longer your home.
Is that so?
Is that so? Me! Listen to what I'm saying. Do you not believe me? You will when you can't get inside. If I tell Will to not let you in, he'll listen to me. He'll always side with his mother. Don't you know?
Are you sure about that? I think if Will gets involved, it will be the opposite, actually. You'll lose your place to stay.
What? You think he'll side with you? Have the labor pains made you delusional or something?
Actually, thanks to being distracted by you, I'm not even feeling them that much right now. They haven't come for a while, so the doctor suggested they give me a stimulant to speed things up. That's your fault.
I don't care. It's not my granddaughter anymore. I don't care what happens to it. Once you're finally gone, I'll find a better wife for Will. And she'll give me a much better grandchild. So just leave. I don't need you or your child.
I already told you. You're the one who's going to have to leave.
You're such an idiot. Have you not been listening to anything I say?
You can say whatever you want. It's not going to change the facts, you old hag. I'm telling you, you should leave now to make things easier. It's going to end that way no matter what.
You have no right to kick me out. This isn't your house. Will pays the rent for this house. So in the end, it's his decision. And we all know he's going to choose me, so get out!
You think we rent?
Yes, of course you do. What about it? Will has to support you and pay for everything. He puts food on the table, gives you somewhere to stay, and this is how you treat his family. I'm his mother. I'm the one who brought him into this world in the first place. He would never disobey his precious mom.
Okay, think whatever you want. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. I guess the dementia is already setting in, huh?
How dare you!
I'll spell it out for you. It's my house. I own it.
What?
I worked for a large real estate agency for a while. I bought it with that money.
Wait!
I basically worked nonstop, so I never met anyone or had a life outside of that. I thought I would be living alone in that big house, to be honest. Not that I was worried about that. I planned on relaxing. But then I somehow ran into Will and finally found someone I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
You own this house? I don't believe it.
Will didn't pay for anything. Not the down payment or the mortgage. Nothing. I bought it in full and paid for all of that myself. After a while, I asked him to move in so we could live together. So stop trying to kick me out of my own house. If anyone's leaving, it's you. And you will be leaving. I can't just leave, you know. I already sold my old house. You sold it? Well, sort of. But I thought once Eric came back, you were going back to that house and staying with him. I could have sworn your family was giving you money to pay for the rent until he got back. Well, they did help me out with that, yeah. But I ended up needing a lot of stuff. And there wasn't enough for rent by the end of it. Okay, so then where are you, Eric, and his wife going to live when he comes back home? Well, I thought we could all live together here. I mean, it's a big house. The 7 of us could fit here easily. As if I'd let you stay in my house for even one more day. How do you expect 7 people to stay in a 3-bedroom house exactly? Especially with a baby on the way. There's no more room. I don't have anywhere else to go, though. Not my fault, you idiot. But I just didn't have enough money for the rent. I had to buy food, and it was a lot of money for that church party we had. It wasn't nearly enough for an entire year. Well, there's smaller apartments around here with pretty cheap rent. What? Are you really planning on kicking me out? Of course I am. Oh, here we go. There's a lovely one for only $300 a month. Unfortunately, no bathroom, though. No way. I don't want to live somewhere like that. I'd suggest you try eating cheaper foods from now on. Get used to microwaved meals. You talked a lot of trash about my weight, but honestly, you're one to talk. You've gained a lot of weight while living with us, haven't you? You're overdue for a diet anyway. What? I barely have enough money for a bag of chips. How am I going to afford my steak I have for my normal lunch? I guess you're just gonna have to get used to eating normal people food for once. Now, if I were you, I wouldn't argue with me about this right now. A new mother is a force to be reckoned with. And I can assure you I am not the type to let go of a grudge so easily. Okay. Look, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was horrible. I'm going to work on fixing myself, I promise. Fixing yourself? And how exactly are you going to prove that to me? I'm gonna wash the dishes. Right now. I'll clean my own dishes until you get back. That's not proving anything. That's just the bare minimum you're supposed to do. Look, I'll do anything you want me to. I'll do the cleaning if you need me to, I promise. I can be the maid from now on. I'll serve you. I don't need a maid. You're the only one making that much mess. Please, I can do something. Also, a side note, I know that house was originally Eric's before he signed it over to you, right? He told me recently he had been planning on renovating when he gets back home. Something about building a house big enough for 2 families. But you sold it just like that. Without even telling him. Wait, really? He wanted that house. I had no idea. What do I do? He's gonna be so mad at me. Yeah, he will be. He'll probably cut you off completely. No, I can't lose him too. Oh, and on top of that, just wanted to let you know I showed Will all of our texts on here. What? He apologized to me and said he didn't realize just how bad you were being. And you forgive him? Of course. If he knew how bad it was, I have no doubt he would have stepped in earlier. So then forgive me too, please. I'm apologizing too for everything. Look, I'll come over and see you right now. I'll come and help you through this. I can hold your hand while you're giving birth. No way. I am not letting you in here. Don't bother. But I want to help you. As I said, I'll be in the hospital for about a week. Use that time to pack your things and get out of my house. Please. I can't. You still have money from selling your old house, right? Use that money to find a hotel or something for a bit. and I'd recommend you start house hunting as soon as possible.
Sarah, my dear, you're always such a sweet, kind-hearted daughter-in-law. I know you're mad right now, but please just think about this. Once you calm down, you might feel different, no?
Calming down isn't going to change my mind.
I'm sure it will.
I gave you plenty of time to calm down and stop treating me like that. But you never changed, did you?
But I said that I'm sorry.
A million years from now, I'll still be angry. There's no calming down from this. I'm not accepting your apologies, so knock it off.
But then what am I going to do?
No idea. Figure it out yourself. If you haven't noticed, I'm in the middle of having a baby here. Use your big girl brain and think about it.
I can't breathe. I don't know what to do. How am I supposed to think straight when I'm this stressed?
Well, it might be the last time you'll get the chance to eat steak. Why don't you go and have a big meal?
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I'll try that. Thank you.
I was joking, you idiots!
Eating your money away is the last thing you want to do right now.
But if you do follow my advice, then I shall hope your food is cold and raw.
Be serious!
Okay, speaking seriously. I never want to see your face again. And I don't want my daughter ever having contact with you.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. I don't have time to talk to someone useless like you anymore. I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm heading out.
Wait, please! Please, Sarah, just hear me out!
Oh, one more thing.
Oh? Have you changed your mind?
I want my $100 back. In the end, there were no complications and I gave birth to a happy, healthy baby girl. Will and I decided on the name together and said hello to our new daughter, Rhea. I was so happy I finally got to be with her. I feel like my entire life happened just so I could get to this one moment. Will got a little emotional too. I have a feeling he's going to be a good father. I see a spoiled little girl in our future. Oh, you're probably curious as to what happened to Pam, huh? We told Eric she sold the house, and he came back home to see for himself. He was beyond upset and ended up cutting ties with her for good. I think his wife was probably relieved, to be honest. I mean, I would have been if I were her. Anything is better than living with Pam. Speaking of, Pam found a small apartment that she can afford so long as she is very careful with her savings. She comes by every now and then to see how Will is doing when I'm not around, I guess. He told me she came begging for food a few times, too. She got down on her knees, saying she understands she was wrong, but just needs enough to survive. As hard as it was to send her packing, Will knew she would just keep coming back unless he was firm. So he put his foot down. I'm looking forward to my family's new life. Just the three of us. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.